Hi everyone, this is Severe and I'd like to tackle a question that I get quite often with ORU, and that is ORU a pyramid scheme? And the answer to that question is an emphatic no. And the way I'm going to tackle it is by comparing a pyramid scheme and its various features with ORU to show how ORU differs quite a bit and why in fact it's almost like an inverse pyramid. So quite often with a pyramid scheme, to become a member or what they call a distributor, you are forced to make a large investment in what quite often is an overpriced product. Quite often they'll have different levels of products, but you're always incentivized to buy the maximum priced product to maximize your commissions and also to get the best benefit of their quite complex compensation program. With ORU, there is no product to purchase. And in fact, there's only a very low priced $5.95 a month membership. And that's all to become a member. With a pyramid scheme, there's a massive pressure to sell product. But quite often the products themselves are very difficult to sell because they are so overpriced. So the way members sell product is by recruiting new members. Become a new member, you have to purchase those products. And so that's the best way members find to sell product. And in fact, the company needs new members to survive financially. Without those continuous new recruits, they can't survive. So there's this massive pressure to sell. Now with ORU, you don't need to recruit new members. There is no pressure to recruit new members. In fact, as you gain an immediate benefit as a member through the savings of using the ORU services, and as you participate in the ORU platform, you get an immediate benefit by getting paid participation income. ORU has no financial need for new members. In fact, its desire for new members is so that they can benefit more people rather than for financial gain. With a pyramid scheme, you usually sell a product on behalf of the company and you earn a commission. In ORU, again, no selling of product, no commissions. With the pyramid scheme, there is this time pressure for sales. If you don't make sales per week or per month, you lose certain advantages and certain benefits. With ORU, there are no time pressures for any activities. In pyramid schemes, only the people at the top typically make any money. Sometimes you might make a little tiny bit of money way down in the pyramid, but typically it's only the top people and the pyramid company itself that makes considerable amounts of money. With ORU, ORU flips this around. Instead of the money pouring upwards to ORU, ORU uses that structure to push as much back down to the members. Their focus is not to enrich themselves. In fact, this is a wealth distribution platform that's encouraging money to flow down to members, to empower members, to bring dignity back to members who are in financial difficulty. ORU, in fact, only keeps 4% of all revenue, and that's just to sustain operations. And in fact, in the growth phase, ORU, because they're self-funded, even with zero members, can survive because they have very, very deep pockets. But as ORU grows, it'll be self-sustaining, and only 4% of all revenue will be used by ORU itself. All the rest is directed back down to members. Pyramid schemes promise large amounts of income working from home with little effort. ORU makes no such promises. What they do guarantee is that if you participate in the ORU platform, you'll receive participation rebates each day. That $5.95 membership, that should be the maximum that you pay. Quite often, as you receive rebates each day, it'll whittle that $5.95 down to almost nothing. Pyramid schemes often lack outside retail sales. Their only sales are through recruiting new members who have purchased their product. With ORU, ORU is backed by retail sales that go back 25, 30 years from their 39 related private companies. Pyramid schemes quite often sound too good to be true. Now, ORU quite often is accused of the same thing, but it's amazingly good, but it's proven true.
Their global mobile payment solution works
locally and internationally, instant transfers for zero fees. I myself used the travel discounts. I bought my ticket from Australia to Orlando and saved several $100s as compared to other airlines. Many people are benefiting from the health prescription savings, some saving several $100s per month on prescriptions. The market, people are buying and selling with no merchant fees. And as I said, as we participate on the ORU platform every week, we are being paid. Pyramid schemes quite often upsell you with expensive training programs to try to get the most out of their system. With ORU, all training, all video programs are absolutely free through the help menu, and often with ORU members, such as ourselves, we offer free training. If you go to orupartners.com, we have a 21-day program that takes you through all the features of ORU, and we'll be continually adding to that program as new features are released. Pyramid schemes are quite often new companies, and they're standalone with no history. With ORU, as I mentioned, this is spun off from a group of 30 plus sister companies with over 25 years of history. And not only do they have that history and those companies, but they have global partners who trust them. Global partners such as JP Morgan, Western Union,
HTC, Google,
and the military. And these companies trust ORU's companies not just superficially, but ORU's systems run many of the systems within JP Morgan and the military and the other companies that I just mentioned. Pyramid schemes are very much for-profit companies. They aim to maximize the bottom line, to maximize the income for the company and those people right at the top. With ORU, it is a not-for-profit foundation. It has a 150-year plan and the funds to resource that plan. And their vision, as I said, is to maximize the income and benefits to members. ORU's vision is to use these technologies that have been developed over the last 25 to 30 years to bring lifestyle benefits to you, as I mentioned, in finance, in travel, in health, and in many other areas that are soon to be released. ORU has the technology and the services that can benefit you no matter what your situation or lifestyle. In today's world, whether you're poor or rich, we're all connected. We've all got mobile phones. And ORU's very low barrier to entry, that $5.95 a month, and this revolutionary model of paying members just for participating on the platform means that many people living in poverty who have lost jobs to automation and soon artificial intelligence, they will have a chance to regain that dignity and survive, and in many cases even thrive. Now, for those of us who are not fighting for survival, ORU is both a means to save money through the huge array of services they offer and will be releasing in the future, as well as a way to enhance our situation. So some people have asked, well, why doesn't ORU just advertise to get new members? Well, ORU wants to grow organically via word of mouth and through trust relationships instead of spending their money on big multinational advertising companies. They want to spend their money on members and spreading the word naturally, rather than giving it to other big, massive companies. On a personal note, I gained my trust with ORU and determined that it wasn't a pyramid scheme by first being introduced through a person I trust I then looked at the backgrounds behind those who founded ORU, the team, and I was able to meet people who had worked with with the founder, with ORU's team, and independently verify their credentials, and talk to people who are representatives of ORU's partners and understand why they trust ORU and why ORU has structured their company the way they have. And I could see very clearly that it wasn't the bottom line that they were focused on, but it was people. It was this vision to bring dignity and respect to people. And the founder quite often says, it's not about the money, but it's all about the money. It's not about the money because that isn't their main focus, but yet we need money to meet people's needs. And so they've structured in a way to maximize the financial flow back to the members rather than themselves. This is a way of them giving back to the world. So yes, ORU is definitely not a pyramid scheme.